Thank you, Ramchandra Monapalli ji, our PCC president, our opposition leader Ramesh Chantala ji, our former president, and my media friends. As Monapalli ji told you that I am working for the party since long time. This time I am coming as a general secretary, but I visited so many times in Kerala since 80s when I was Youth Congress office bearer, Youth Congress President, All India Youth Congress President, then Sevadal Chairman, then in AICC. In that capacity, I visited so many parts of the Kerala. Monapalli ji, Ramesh ji, and almost so many peoples. We work together since long time. So Kerala is very friendly for me. I am sure the Congress President has given me this opportunity to coordinate with the Kerala Congress people, and I came as a General Secretary in charge Kerala Affairs. So I expect support from media also, from you also, and I'm very sure that I will get your support. Today I came here, as you are aware, that few days back the BJP government or NDA government, they have passed some anti-farmers bills, and they have not taken farmers community into confidence, and they passed namely 3 amendment, or you can say bill, to impose on the farmers community and agricultural laborers and others who will be badly affected. First, a Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill, Farmers Agreement on Price Assurance Farm Services Bill, and third one, the Essential Commodities Amendment Bill. Against this anti-farmers bill, a large number of farmers and laborers are protesting against this draconian law. The present central government is trying to suppress the voice of the farmers by force. This government, as their past practice, you know, they take decision first, they don't visualize the effect of the bill, effect of their decision. We have seen in the past also so many controversial decisions they have taken, and the country suffered a lot. The government, as their past practice, they are imposing these bills on poor farmers without proper discussion or prior consultation, even in the parliament. You know, in the parliament, particularly in the Rajya Sabha, the opposition as a whole, they wanted division votes on this very bill. But the deputy chairman has not allowed to division. So, without voting, this bill has been passed. So, I think in democratic functioning, or you can say in our constitution it is very clear. If a single MP demand for division, the chair should be considerate. But for the first time we have seen the entire opposition was demanding for division on this controversial bill, but the government, or you can say the chair, has not allowed. So we have decided, the Congress party decided, the Congress leadership decided to launch a series of a nationwide protest in the solidarity with the agitating farmers against these anti-farmers bill. From 26th, we will start our first program, that is a Speak for Farmers, a online campaign. We will request all our MPs, MLAs, MLCs, office bearers and party workers to raise the demand of the withdrawal of these anti-farmers legislation through social media platform like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Again, we are holding a Sammelan on 28th September, the party has decided to hold a protest at a state headquarters across the country. PCC presidents, CLP leaders, CMs in the Congress ruled state, along with all MPs, MLAs, ex-minister, ex-MPs, party MLAs, MPs candidate in the last election, march from PCC office or a designated point like Mahatma Gandhi's statue up to the Raj Bhavan and submit a memorandum to Governor addressed to the President of India on the agricultural bills. Then 2nd of October, you know, the 2nd of October is the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi and the former Prime Minister Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri. Party will observe Kisan Mazdoor Bachao Divas, Save Farmers and Farm Laborers Day. The party will hold dharna and marches at every assembly headquarters and district headquarters across on the agriculture bills and asking for their immediate withdrawal. Again, a state level Kisan Sammelan. We will hold a Kisan Sammelan on 10th of October. The party has decided to hold a state level Kisan Sammelan at every state headquarters or at another important place in the state on the October 10th. Then signature campaign for 2nd October to October 31st. This is a very important program, so we can reach to the farmers community and to take them into confidence. The party will collect a signature from 2 crores farmers, farm laborers, mandi shopkeepers, mandi laborers of APMCs from every nook and corner of the country After reaching out to them, PCC are requested to send designated party workers and leaders following all COVID protocols to every gram panchayats and town to reach out to the farmers and others and collect their signature. This the final combined documents should be sent to ICC by the 7th November. The birthday, on November 14th, the birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru, this massive memorandum with the signature of 2 crore farmers will be submitted, Honorable President. So this is our program for this anti-farmer bill, because the entire opposition, particularly Congress party, is very vocal, and we want to withdraw this. I remind you, in the previous year, I think in the 2015, they introduced a land acquisition bill. It was also very controversial or against the farmers community. So at that time also Congress has taken it and try to create an atmosphere against that bill, and we were successful at that time, and ultimately the government withdraw that controversial bill. So this time also we will compel central government that they should not play with the future of farmers. Thank you.
While introducing the bill in the Parliament, CPIM.
Sorry?
While introducing the bill in the Parliament, CPIM has put with you and in cooperation with the
entire opposition.
Yeah, but today there is a criticism on the part of CPIM in Kerala that you are responsible for the passing of this bill in the Rajya Sabha. You have not interested in opposing the bill instead of celebrating our former CM's 50th year of legislature. That is, you are concentrating on that instead. That was the allegation raised by CPIM State Secretary, and in a statement here in today, the MP of Rajya Sabha, Elamir Karim, also raising the allegation.
No, I don't think there is any reality in this allegation. And from very beginning, in the Lok Sabha also and Rajya Sabha, it was very obvious that we are against this controversial bill. That's all. Anything else?
In Kerala, two important elections are coming. Two important elections are coming in Kerala.
Yeah.
One
Local
election, assembly election. Which strategy ACC follows in candidate fixation and campaign?
Sorry?
Which strategy ACC follows in candidate fixation and campaign?
I think our Congress leaders, senior leaders, PCC president, and opposition leader, and Oman Chandy ji and others, all they are very much concerned about the two coming elections, and I think our performance will be just like Lok Sabha. I am sure, because they are very working very hard for the party, and we will win local bodies as well as coming assembly election.
And another question, there are so many political issues and allegation against Kerala government. Gold smuggling case, Life Mission Commission bill, Quran controversy, so and so. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
What's your reaction to this?
No, it is already in the public domain, and everybody is knowing this fact. There is, of course, you are very much right that there is a serious allegation against the state government, and our party is highlighting all those things, and public also understand what is happening in the under this government. So I am sure our party is very much alert and oppose all this type of misdeeds. Strongly opposed.
As part of the AICC, there were three leaders sending a paper to the AICC President, memorandum to the AICC President, sir, that there is a leadership issue. That is a serious one. There is nobody in the all India level to lead the Congress. Is there any leadership issue in the AICC? Or why? It's a good time Congress. That was the question raised by these 23 senior Congress.
No, it is already sorted out. The Congress president called a working committee meeting and discussed in detail, and Congress president herself told the working committee that she is not interested to continue, but to elect a new president, it requires some time. So the process is already going on, and I think the election will take place the due time, proper time, I mean. Thank you. Thank you very much.